Let me give you the top 5 brokers for penny stocks. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today's convo will be around an important topic. What are the top 5 brokers for penny stocks? The thing here is that the brokers I'm going to talk to you about today are one of the finest in the industry. They have the best tools for trading penny stocks right now. And if you are an investor with a high risk tolerance and you want to dab into penny stocks, then you really want to choose the right broker. What is a penny stock? A penny stock is really a share price below $5. So any share whose price is below $5, then we are in penny stocks territory. A lot of folks think that penny stocks means that you have the share is been traded below $1, but no. And as the name suggests, such stocks may trade for less than $1, $2, $3, allowing investors to hold thousands of shares for a relatively small amount of capital. And one thing you have to understand is that a penny stock could just easily fall down to zero or even below zero, negative. In other words, the company files for bankruptcy and you lose all your cash. So penny stocks are traditionally considered to be highly speculative because of large bid-ask spreads. And usually the company has a small market capitalization, and there is usually a lack of liquidity. In other words, those stocks are usually OTC, over the counter. They're not traded on traditional stock exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. So those are things you need to be really aware of. To trade on major stock exchanges like the NYSE or NASDAQ, penny stocks must satisfy a multitude of special listing requirements. Let me give you an example. NASDAQ has a rule called 5550A. According to that rule, equities must maintain a minimum bid price of $1 per share. Accordingly, literal penny stocks that cost under $1 per share are primarily traded on the OTC bulletin board and through the pink sheets, which is merely a quotation publisher. What I'm trying to say here is that before we even get into the nitty-gritty in terms of the ranking, we need to be aware of penny stock platforms. You need to select a broker. So when shopping for a penny stock broker to execute trades, you got to think about fee structure. Very important because a lot of brokers charge commission on a per share basis. So you want to really go for those who charge flat fees. You also want to understand the ancillary charges. Transactional costs are important, and so you have to think about regulatory constraints. Is short selling allowed? Is there a delayed website response and a long telephone hold time? Does the platform offer built-in tools? So those are a few of the litany of factors you need to pay attention to before choosing a penny stock broker. Another thing I want to talk about before giving you the ranking is that you need to avoid penny stock scams. Yes, a lot of people think that stock that has been traded at 10 cents or 25 cents is dirt cheap. It is dirt cheap, but you got to be very careful about penny stock scams because investors who are promised high returns for low cost should be on the lookout for the following red flags. I'm going to give you a few of them. In order to avoid fraudulent deals, you want to pay attention to unofficial internet email promotions. Promotions brokers offer through what they call boiler room telemarketing calls and vaguely labeled newsletter and online forums touting so-called hot tips. Be very careful here. It is your money. It is your hard-earned money, and you don't want to just throw it in some kind of fishy penny stocks deals. So as a penny stock investor, I want you to be aware of the following potential traps. We have something called the pump and dump schemes. the P&D. So this is when promoters claim access to insider, quote unquote, insider information in their efforts to inflate the prices of earlier purchased low-cost lots that they subsequently attempt to offload for high profits. And if you are a gullible, naive investor and you act on these tips, you may end up settled with high-cost investments that you'll have trouble unloading. Remember, penny stock means lower liquidity. So if you can't sell it, then you're just left with holding the bag. You also have another scheme called the short and distort. This is actually a variant of pump and dump, essentially working in the reverse direction. So promoters short sell penny stock at high prices and then promote negative news about the stocks in a strategic effort to lower the prices and square off their positions for high profits. You also have the long-term averaging techniques. So this is really what we've seen according to our research. This is a cyclical scheme whereby investors are advised to continue accumulating a penny stock with each price dip with assurances of windfall profits once the stock prices take a positive turn. So the bottom line here, folks, is that penny stock investing can be very, very precarious, and this is not for everyone. But if you're willing to stomach the risk, first you need to find a broker, and I'm going to help you today by giving you the top 5. And you need to fund the account, and you need to pay vigilant attention to pricing moves. And if you are a careful investor, please, I want you to say, don't just steer clear of fraudulent deals, even if those deals are touting substantial profits in the future. One thing for sure is that never risk your retirement money. I'm going to repeat this. Never risk your retirement money in a penny stock. Penny stock is like play money. If you have a few thousands or a few hundreds of dollars here sitting there, you just want to play a little bit, then go ahead and just play the penny stock game. But it's not for retirement money. Before I give you the rankings, please check out this short video about our approach. We do have a very rigorous approach when it comes to evaluating the brokers we review on this show. And I just want you to just take a look. Just take a look. All right, number 5, TD Ameritrade. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So what are the pros and cons here? As we all know, TD Ameritrade is one of the larger online brokers in the United States. So the company offers multiple platforms aimed at different levels of expertise, including for penny stocks, the penny stock traders. So we love the fact that they have extensive educational offerings that help new investors and veterans investors become more confident. What are the pros here? You have extensive research capabilities and numerous news feeds. The educational offerings that I just talked about, they are designed to make novice, the neophyte investors more comfortable with a wider variety of asset classes. This is very important to kind of think about. And one of the pros also when it comes to TD Ameritrade is that you have additional support channels that have been developed using Facebook Messenger, WeChat, Twitter, and others. And in those communities, in those groups, you are able to find people who like-minded penny stock traders with whom you can interact, you can exchange ideas, tips, and tricks. What are the cons when it comes to TD Ameritrade penny stock trading offering? The clients may have to use more than one trading system to find all the stocks, to find all the tools they want to use. The website is so packed with content and tools that finding a particular item is often difficult, especially for penny stocks, which are generally not covered by I would say high street analysts. And the other cons is that you have numerous websites and platform outages were reported during the period ranging from August to September, October 2020. And we've had this in the past. We had those platform outages in the past. TD Ameritrade is working hard to restore the confidence in their platform. So this should not be a big deal when it comes to penny stock trading. You have to understand also that they actually charge, TD Ameritrade charges between $6 and $10 for penny stock trades, even though regular stock trades are zero. But the great thing is they still have the most comprehensive selection of trading tools through their Think or Swim trading platform. Number 4, we have Tradestation. Our score, 9/10. The great thing about Tradestation is that, first of all, you have the account minimum is $2,000. And that's what they call the TS Select. And it's $0 for TS Go. And the fees are $0 for stocks and ETFs, and 60 cents per contract, and $0 for trade options on TX Select, and 50 cents contract and $0 on TS Go. Now, TradeStation offers a service called TS Go that allows users to trade penny stocks, and I'm talking here about all equities, whether they are trading on the over the counter or the pink sheets or on traditional stock exchanges. You can trade penny stocks commission free on a TradeStation's web platform or mobile apps. The cool thing here is that after analyzing the data, we saw that the data streams actually happen in real time. So you can place, modify, and cancel trades from charts or by using keyboard shortcuts. Fantastic. What are the pros and cons here? The pros: TradeStation is flexible and customizable, real time, and they have a lot of market scanners. They have excellent charting and technical analysis capabilities, and they also have per share fees that drop as you trade more shares. So they kind of have a gradual, some kind of a scale, economies of scale when it comes to trading. So the more trades you place, the lower the fees. What are the cons? You have a steep learning curve for setting up trading strategies, and they have multiple pricing plans that offered. And the thing here is that this may be confusing, especially for novice investors and TS Go customers who place trades on the powerful TradeStation desktop platform pay a $10 surcharge. And one thing I want to say here is that you have to understand that TradeStation is they are embracing the fintech movement. We love their interface. We love the platform. Very, very ergonomic, very user friendly. And this is a platform you need to consider if your goal is to trade penny stocks now or in the future. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I hope you are still here with us, and I'm just going to talk to you now about number 3, Fidelity Investments. Our score, 9/10. Account minimum $0, and the fees $0 for stock ETF trades, $0 plus 65 cents per contract for options trade. And the cool thing here is that when it comes to penny stock, first of all, Fidelity is great because they've been around for forever, and they have excellent research that can help you screen for penny stocks by market sector. And their Active Trader Pro platform is now available to all customers regardless of trading frequency or account balance. This is pretty cool because back in the days, I'm talking 2 or 3 years ago, I have a Fidelity account myself. So I know that some of the Active Trader Pro platform, some people did not have access to it. I have people around in my entourage, but now it is open to anybody, regardless of the account balance. What are the pros here when it comes to Fidelity Investment as a penny stock broker? So you have access to Active Trader Pro for all customers. I just mentioned that. Excellent trade executions on listed stocks, and they have a variety of stock screeners that help you find potential trades. What are the cons? Non-U.S. citizens and residents cannot open an account. Funding a tool may require using more than one platform, And the thing here is that data must be manually refreshed on the website. So this is something that, of course, Fidelity is aware of. Their engineers are constantly working on it. And we have heard, after speaking to the company, we've heard that they are going to roll out a new platform very soon, and that will be much more interesting and much more comprehensive. One thing I want to say also when it comes to Fidelity Investments and their penny stock offering is that you want to look at when you get into your interface, your account interface, look into the feeds. Look into the feeds. Sometimes their analysts also recommend some penny stocks. In other words, those are not traditionally what I call penny stocks, but their analysts sometimes will recommend stocks that trade between between $1 and $10. So if you have a good stock, if you have a great stock that trades around $7 or $8, and you after analysis you believe that the valuation is pretty correct, I would say go ahead and buy it. So this is something that we love with Fidelity Investments. Number 2, Charles Schwab. Our score 9.5 over 10. Charles Schwab is a great company. This is an established name in the industry, and account minimum $0. The fees, free stock ETF trading, 65 cents per options contract. So Schwab's research pages point out the exchanges on which a stock or a penny stock trades, which will keep you informed on the inherent risk. And there are myriad platforms available. So they have street smart platforms, have customizable charting and streaming real-time quotes. And what we love here is that Schwab does not charge trading commissions on all stocks, including penny stocks and ETFs. And what are the pros and cons? Let's just break it down very quickly here. So the pros, if you choose Charles Schwab as a penny stockbroker, they have excellent screeners on Street Smart Edge. You have free access to a wide array of news feeds, and you have customization and personalization options on Street Smart Edge. Those are marvelous. Those options are marvelous. And what are the cons? The sheer number of features and reports available can feel overwhelming, especially if you're new to the platform and you just gotta familiarize yourself with the tool. You might, at first at least, you might feel overwhelmed. And another disadvantage is that Schwab maintains transaction history for just 24 months online. So for tax purposes, for example, you want to maybe download your statements and keep them somewhere, or archive them on the cloud or on your personal hard drive. Let's say you want to calculate capital gains or capital losses for a stock going back to 5 years. You can't get that through Schwab. It's only 2 months. Another drawback when using Charles Schwab is that the company does not sweep uninvested cash into a money market fund. So that's a potential loss there. If you're keeping a lot of cash uninvested and they're not sweeping that cash into a money market fund, you could be losing tens or hundreds of dollars, depending upon your portfolio size. Number 1, folks, when it comes to penny stock, the best company right now, best of the best, hands down, when it comes to trading penny stocks is Interactive Brokers. Our score 10 over 10. Perfect score, 10 over 10. Interactive Brokers. We love this company. This company is great. Interactive IB has been around for a while, and the account minimum is $0. The fees, they have a maximum of 0.005 cents per share for pro platform or 1% of trade value, and $0 for IBKR Lite. So Interactive Brokers, a very low per share trading commission is 0.005. That's like 0.5 cents, and up to the split second real time margin calculations. And those are kind of ideal for penny stock traders. And IBKR, Interactive Brokers, Lite clients can trade penny stocks for 40 cents. So what are the pros and cons here? So you have low commission, maximum 1% of trade value for IBKR Pro, $0 for IBKR Lite, and you have streaming real-time data, including account information, That's kind of cool. And you also have IB's IB's AI powered online assistant can help find features. So they have some kind of artificial intelligence program out there that helps investors, especially penny stock investors, find features. What are the cons? So data streams on only one device at a time. So if you are like me, you like to have 2 or 3 screens to check multiple stocks. You can't do that with interactive brokers. And another drawback is that Traders Workstation puts up a steep learning curve. You gotta really spend, plan on spending at least 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours one afternoon to really understand, to really get your hands around the Traders Workstation. And another con is that IBKR Pro customers are charged fees to trade, though they're very low. Those fees are there, even though they're low, they're still there. All right, folks, this is it for today, and this was a short convo about the top 5 brokers for penny stock. And I want to quickly recap here. Number 1, we have Interactive Brokers, our score 10 over 10. Number 2, Charles Schwab, our score 9.5 over 10. Number 3, Fidelity Investments, 9 over 10. Number 4, Tradestation, 9 over 10. And number 5, TD Ameritrade, 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much. Good luck with your investments, and I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.